I found you, my little baby. That voice. So familiar. My heart was about to pound its way out of my chest. My first instinct was to run, but on second thought, maybe not. Swan Hayden grabbed me in a few seconds, snatching my clothes like a cat pouncing on its prey. His eyes were sparkling, not romantically, but more like, I could devour you at any second. He showed me a glowing white magic circle on his hand, a great invention, a perfect contrast to the black magic on the back of my hand. In other words, my escape route? No way. It was a miracle. He beckoned me to follow, and I had no reason to object to his strange friendliness. We stopped at the Academy's infirmary. How strange that no one was here. Then I noticed yellow and white magic circles on the main sickbed, the colors of Cory's and Swan's magic. They vibrated as if they were worried and working together to help me escape. It was my only ticket home, missing only one thing: dark magic. Luckily for me, I had just enough left. My other self is trying so hard. How disgusting, Swan muttered, staring at someone's strawberry syrup-stained handkerchief as if it were mine. Sorry, what? Did he want to let me go? My brain short-circuited. I had to stay calm and question his last shred of conscience. Then his voice sharpened. I want to erase you along with my memories, but not before I see the another me in your memory. A glimmer of hope. I thought he'd let me go, but his reason was, I'm letting you go because I want you to ruin the ending, he said, and laughed like a villain in every movie worth watching. I want to see the ending. A real bloodbath. A hopeless psychopath was helping me survive just for his own amusement. It was hard to believe the extent of his soul's corruption. I quickly got to work, trying not to notice the strange look from the original Swan. Oh no, thinking about what Swan said made me lose focus, and it was frustrating how no matter how hard I tried, it wasn't enough. When I lost track of you, I really wondered. Someone approached. Swan's eyes sparkled like precious gems, his head tilted slightly. Are you my lover in another world? One step back and I would have stopped, except he pulled me forward again. His lips met mine. Not sweet, not gentle. A sharp bite. Blood. The metallic taste filled my mouth. His lips, stained red, curved into a cruelly satisfied smile as he caressed my chin. Not enough, my love. I sobered up, using all my reason to push this lunatic away and curse out loud. Unexpectedly, the magic ring on my hand lit up as my lip bled and he pushed me into the circle, sealing it so I could never return. The last thing I saw was him pitying his other self and waving goodbye to me in a sickeningly sweet way, calling me, my love, again. Darkness. Then light again. I closed my eyes as if all the pain had gradually disappeared. When I woke up, I saw the infirmary ceiling. Surrounding me were talismans, gifts, medicines, and teddy bears piled up next to the bed. My head was spinning, my throat was parched, and my body felt hollow, but I couldn't just lie there. The wound on my lip was gone, thanks to the ring, I guess. Blonde hair. Cory. He looked stunned. Shoo-shoo, then immediately hugged me, burying his face in my shoulder, as if I might fly away. I thought you weren't going to wake up, he whispered, his voice hoarse. He hugged me tighter, and I let him. Just for a moment, because after the nightmarish version of him I had just seen a cold, broken person drowning in hatred, I needed to remember this Cory. The one who was still warm. Still whole. I hugged him back, perhaps for the Cory in the dream, the one who could never be like this. Then Cory gave me a rundown of the past few days. They were all overly worried. Swan and he had been pouring their magic into me day and night. Hestia cried so much she was sent away. Eve was researching dark magic, and Hilly went back to Mount Ogren for clues. Hazel and the others visited. Z's. Wait, what? The super handsome Swan is lying unconscious on the floor. Someone come get him, I'm not doing it. Cory said he overworked himself to this state and that I shouldn't worry about him so I could rest easy. After a while of chit-chat. Oh no, not the time for melodrama. What day is it today? My voice was hoarse. The room tilted, my stomach growled, and Cory's face blurred as if it were loading. The 3rd. You've been unconscious for 5 days, he said, worry etched on his face. 5 days. Chaos. If only I had researched that dark magic more thoroughly, you wouldn't be like this. I'm sorry. Aha. Are you regretting that you pushed me into danger? I asked. He nodded. Then just regret it. I'm going to make you work like an ox for me. Haha. Okay, he said, and there was nothing but a confident smile in this awkward situation. Through the window, the sun was setting. Tomorrow is Cory's birthday. In the dream, tonight was the night his family was murdered. That timeline hasn't come yet, so I still have a chance to change it. I got up, wobbling. Cory grabbed my sleeve. Don't get up. I looked in the mirror and, wow, I was a pale corpse with nothing but lip balm. So I cast an illusion spell and a quick strength buff. Cory squinted as if I had cheated on a test. Ignoring his silent judgment, I pulled my sleeve away. I have to go, I said. But my magic is weak. Can I borrow a few stones? Cory just stared at me as if I'd lost my mind. What I needed right now were a lot of magic stones. My magic was in turmoil, tearing me up inside, and if I overexerted myself, I could easily collapse. I had hidden my pale face with the illusion spell, but standing straight was still a struggle. I wanted to teleport Cory straight to where his parents were about to be attacked. But to show him that right now? No, that would drive him crazy. I'll handle it myself. I have a rough idea of the attack as planned, and with enough stones, I can avoid using my unstable magic. Anyway, having extra support would be wiser, maybe mercenaries, but right now, even putting on socks feels like a life or death battle. Cory's objections went in one ear and out the other as I grabbed my bag. Worry about me later. The day after tomorrow, at dinner, I'll listen to all your complaints, I said. He sighed, as if accepting defeat. Is it that urgent? 4 quick nods. If I told you to rest, you'd still go, right? 5 nods. Then let me come with you. I nodded so hard the room spun. Cory held me, then quietly slipped a handful of magic stones into my bag. If you're going to be in danger, let me support you. This afternoon, the skies are cloudy. Cory and I are bug-eyed, checking every nook and cranny of the city. I'm absent-mindedly lost in thought while my friends are all worried sick. I don't have time to hire mercenaries, so I have to rely on myself. I just need to ask for Vidiel's location. I asked Cory if he'd contacted her yet. He said she was busy. How subtle is that? Did he not guess she was planning a surprise, or is he just pretending? And why is his ear turning red? No use with these two. Passing by Cory's house, I was truly impressed by the countless magic orbs, stones, and protective magic circles guarding the mansion. It must have been very meticulously designed and managed. Now I understand why the assassins could only get to the Marquis's family when they were outside and let their guard down during Cory's birthday. Thinking about the future, Cory will continue to preserve this essence. He's definitely a genius mage. But what's this? A double eternal magic circle? Why is such a dangerous circle here? Who drew this here? It's really dangerous. Cory suddenly looked back to see if I was okay. He was searching for something in vain while time was slipping away, making me hurry him to move faster. Cory agreed but was still skeptical about whether I was just looking for his sister or something else entirely. I know what I know is incredibly hard to believe, so instead, I just apologized and promised to explain later. Cory understood and smiled, saying, "It's okay, I'll trust you no matter what you do." Shoo shoo, like a cold on the outside, warm on the inside male lead in a Korean drama. It stunned me for a few seconds. Who would have thought I'd get this kind of unconditional trust from Cory? Or am I just a victim of an October Libra? How can someone be so handsome and also so utterly perfect? After searching for a while, Cory finally heard the sound of his family's carriage and casually asked if I wanted to meet his sister down below. I wanted to move them right away but had no reason to. I needed to wait, but because I was so weak, I asked Cory to borrow some power-up items. He thought I was tired and needed to go back to the infirmary. Haha, boom boom, what was that? We were both startled. The attack happened exactly as the dream predicted. Assassins and mages surrounded them from behind, and a hidden direct attack circle was waiting in front. Cory's father was great at spatial theory, not combat. The ambush killed him in a short time. Cory's voice trembled with rage. You came here like this because you already knew? I told him I'd explain later. His magic surged dangerously. I put a hand on his shoulder. Your family is in the carriage. I'll protect them. You stop the attackers outside. He didn't argue, but his eyes wavered as if I were a piece of glass about to break. Shuraina, I trust you, but not like this. His voice was small, uncertain, pained. The direct attack not only burned, it annihilated. Only Cory could take down those mages fast enough. One of the enemy mages was attacking the protective circle, causing the whole thing to shake. Vidya leaned halfway out the window, eyes wide when she saw me appear. Huh? Sis Shushu? Why are you here? Vidya and the Marquis couple looked pale. I poked my head in to reassure everyone that we could handle this ambush. Even though the Marquis offered to help, luckily they were still alive, so there was no way I'd let him do that. Shushu? What's wrong? They're retreating. Should I go after them? No way. They definitely wouldn't give up so easily in the dream. Cory, don't let anyone escape. I noticed the number of mages surrounding the carriage had been increasing since Cory left. They all had a plan. It was no wonder a talented mage like Marquis DuBois was quickly taken down in the dream. With a pile of used-up buff stones, I had to be ready to fight with nothing but faith. God, they're too many. They kept coming even as I ran out of strength and had to ask for help from the Marquis. I was so worried because the Marquis was already horribly injured and the healing magic in the ring wasn't enough. Vidya leaned halfway out the window, eyes wide. Is everyone okay? Hurry up, get inside. The mage's spell activated, breaking the barrier when we were distracted and exhausted. The Marquis fainted, his attempt to restore the shield a second too slow against the attack. But then, as a critical spell flew at all of us, I saw everything explode as if a source of magic had been welling up inside me all this time. After the explosion, there was only a blurry image of Vidya frowning, confused. Sis? Shushu, hoo-hoo, a deep, hoarse, emotional voice. I recognized him. Cory. Why are you here? You have to stop them? I tried hard to persuade him. Cory must have felt the same way when he hugged his sister's motionless body in the dream, as he hugged me. The moment I saw him, my body finally gave in. Eve and Hilly had arrived. The assassins wouldn't get to me anymore. It's okay now. You can stop. His voice trembled. Cold fingers brushed against my hot skin. Is it midnight yet? I whispered, looking up at the moon. My voice sounded shaky, almost funny. I wanted to say one more thing before I passed out. I coughed, trying to steady my voice. Thanks for being born today, bestie. His eyes widened, but more tears fell. I passed out before I could see his reaction. No dreams, just warmth and darkness. When I woke up, light was seeping through my eyelids. I tried to burrow deeper into the blanket, but someone was rattling something, so I woke up completely. A man with platinum hair, braided neatly over one shoulder, looked down at me through a monocle. His eyes shone like color-shifting gems. Faint white magic glowed at his fingertips. I knew him, Duke Yulinelle Blanche, Swanhaden's father. He had visited my family's mansion a few times, once catching me practicing swordsmanship. He said, "Oh," and left. That was the whole conversation. With the shrewdness of a rooster raising swan, he noticed I was awake immediately. "Ah, hello, too tired to say anything now." "Well done," he said now, with a smirk. He poured water into a small glass bottle, added magic until it turned white, then tapped it like a lazy bartender. "You are extraordinary. Every time I see you, you find a new way to the underworld." His tone was casual, almost teasing, but his eyes scrutinized me as if I were an experiment about to explode. "You have a strange mix of magic inside. Your body is about to explode from the pressure. You're very lucky to have had a reserve of white magic beforehand." What? Every time, reserve of white magic beforehand, what did he mean? Gradually, my memories returned. The dark magic attack, my magic going haywire, the fight to save Cory's family. My magic now sparkled with both orange and black, a mix I had never seen before. "This potion is for you alone. Don't forget to drink it." I recalled how in the previous life he was neglectful, using Swan's weakness as an excuse for him not to receive care. I found him a bit of a jerk, so I grudgingly agreed to drink it just to be compliant. I wonder if he treats Swan as well as he treats me now? Yulinelle frowned at the color of the potion and poured more magic into it with an annoyed sigh. Ah, what a hassle. I have a storm of work at home, but here I am. Blah blah blah, I hope my medicine isn't poison. And then, boom, a second person walked in, Marquis DuBois, holding a tray of cookies like a butler. The atmosphere changed instantly. While Yulinelle's energy was chaotic battlefield medic, DuBois was calm tea party host. He greeted me politely, as if I weren't the sweaty, half-conscious daughter of a baron on a bed that was probably more expensive than my entire house. Ah, and don't worry, he added placidly, I've spoken to your family and the academy. Everything has been resolved, just like that. My life? Resolved. My social anxiety? Screaming, because now I owe a marquis and a duke. I took a cookie because, honestly, when a man in silk gloves offers you a cookie on a silver tray, you don't say no. Finally, Yulinelle left to get back to work. It was truly surprising to see a couple in this world cooking together. Like domestic coziness? In this economy? But then again, the Marquis wasn't the typical cold, my hobby is oppression, type of noble. I asked if I could eat the cookie now, and the Marquis just smiled and told me to help myself. I ate it immediately. Honestly, neither Yulinelle nor Cory acted like arrogant nobles, and I was starting to think it was because the Marquis had the gentle manners of a common person. Still, I was nervous, so I just kept nibbling on the cookie, taking small, polite bites like a squirrel. The Marquis watched me silently, which by the way is very creepy, until he suddenly said, "If you knew about the attack, then you already know about the current situation?" I almost choked on my cookie. Sir, please, content warning before you interrogate me in the middle of a snack. But honestly, a fair question. From his perspective, a random baron's child just appeared out of nowhere to help, and if he'd been watching since the Duke treated me, he definitely knew why I fainted earlier. Which means, he probably sensed the strange mix of dark and normal magic humming inside me. Suspicious, right? Exactly. He'd be crazy not to question me. Since I wasn't about to give a full speech like previously in my secret double life, I just nodded quickly. If it's difficult to explain, I won't press. The important thing is that you helped us. Ah, thank goodness.